everybody, and welcome back to Laughing in Different Languages. I'm Laura Lopez, and today we have a very special guest. Let's welcome Ariane.
Hello, thank you for having me, Laura.
Thank you, thank you. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and your comedy.
So, my name is Ariane. I am Belgian and Hungarian, Belgian dad, Hungarian mom. I grew up in Belgium, in Flanders, but I'm French speaking. I was surrounded by languages since my birth. It's always been a passion. I talk a lot about it in my comedy.
Can you tell us which languages you perform in?
Yes, so I started in French, Flemish/Dutch, English, Hungarian, Spanish, German, and I did it once in Italian.
Italian, excellent, very good. How do you write your sets?
I lose a lot of energy because I always want to do something different each time I perform.
Wow. Yeah.
So I don't really have a fixed set, like bits that I try to put together. But obviously I have like this whole bit when I talk about languages that kind of block. But then things I just squeeze them in between. Or now I just write ideas here and there and try to find on which paper I wrote them,
Yes,
you know?
yes, ideas, right?
Sometimes it's just like I have this idea in the middle of the day, you know, so
Yes, exactly.
I have to write it down somewhere.
Actually, one of the best pieces of advice I've gotten from one of my mentors actually was write everything anywhere with anything, because the idea, once you have it, you can forget it very easily and it's going to escape your mind. So yes, writing. Are your jokes translatable?
Some of them are not. Some jokes have because of the structure of the language, a bigger impact in one language. Also, there's one joke in Spanish when I talk about the two verbs, you know, ser y estar.
Oh yeah.
And it works when I translate it, but it's not as impactful as Spanish in front of a Spanish-speaking crowd. Some jokes are written for the culture. Only that culture will get, so...
Yes. Have you noticed differences in humor depending on the language you're doing?
Yes, Flemish, they like more dark comedy.
Wow, okay.
English, it depends, because here in Belgium it's a very international audience. I did it also in the UK, and my nerdy facts about languages will maybe not work that much, but then I did a dark comedy night there and that really worked well.
Oh, wow.
So Spanish-speaking crowd just on fire all the time for everything. They're just the best. Germans, I think they like nerdy humor. Like I cannot speak for all Germany, but
Yeah,
you know,
in your experience.
And Hungarians, they're just also very supportive.
Is there a lesson that you've learned the hard way about either all the languages or stand-up?
Yeah, it's just I can't be everywhere. I have to choose at some points, and it's hard because I enjoy a lot doing it in different languages. For example, I did this show in Spanish, and it took me the day to really prepare for 10 minutes.
Oh wow.
Because I really wanted to go through the set again, and I cannot improvise. You know, it's just I'm not fluent that much to start interacting. So I really need to know my sentences. So it's a lot of energy. You already stopped doing it in Dutch, for example, because I have to travel a lot, maybe twice a year or 3 times a year, but I can't be everywhere.
Yes, unfortunately. Is there a secret to doing stand-up in so many languages?
Well, the first secret is that you don't have to be a native to do stand-up comedy in a language, because being an outsider gives you this perspective that natives don't have. You can make fun of the language, you can make fun of the culture. People love that you talk about themselves. So you have to have some notions, but in Spanish I will speak very slowly because I just cannot speak fast. I like my rhythm in Spanish because I take the time to really, you know, say every word. When I see like British comedians coming to Brussels, they just talk very fast and we cannot follow, you know. It depends where you are with the crowd. If a native talks to non-natives, sometimes it's hard.
I think this is something that comedians should have in mind, right? If your audience is non-native speaker, then you need to slow it down. Is there something you wish people knew about stand-up?
It's there. Come to our shows, you know, because it's starting to get bigger here in Europe, so that's really cool. You know, sometimes people have this idea that it's gonna be like cheap humor, you know.
Oh,
but
yeah.
You can have like very smart jokes. Also, I met someone that told me, I don't want to go to stand up because I don't want to feel forced to laugh. And I'm like, nobody has ever forced a laugh at the comedy night. That's how you bomb. If it's not funny, nobody will,
No
will
one will
force their
laugh.
laugh. Stand up is there to make you laugh, but we will never force you to laugh.
Come on, laugh on command.
But they don't make a sound, and then I also like to stay after the show so that I can have the feedback of the audience.
Yes.
Someone came to me and he was like, "Oh, I almost peed of laughter."
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
but I was at the back, and I was like, "Oh, see, so that's also I think like share your feedback at the end. That's always very valuable feedback with the comedians."
Please, and laugh out loud. The next part is the association game.
Okay.
I will tell you one word related to comedy, and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Oh God.
All right.
Okay.
First word is new venue.
Marketing.
Oh my God! Yes, that's very good. All jokes.
Boredom. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Next one. Host.
Difficult.
Difficult.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Struggle.
Next. Trending topics. Like
Yeah,
news
like
and all that.
Elon Musk is just at some point just stop.
Too much.
Too much.
They've been done and overdone.
Yeah.
Next word. Comedy buddy.
Very important because they see you when you're bombed, they see you when you kill, and
Yes.
then they're there to to punch you up when you're down. No, very important. Yeah.
Very good. Crowd work.
Fun, so much fun. Like one time I asked the crowd if anybody had worn a corset because I have a scoliosis,
Yeah.
and the guys looked at the third guy like, and then he became totally red, and then the guy was like, "Yeah, I had to wear a corset." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is the kind of situation I want."
We need to know. Yes. The crowd work.
No, I love crowd work. Yeah.
And maybe the last word. Cringe.
It happens to everybody. Well, it's not a one word, but it happens to everybody.
Yes. Everyone experiences it. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe it's omnipresent. That would be like one word.
Yes, omnipresent. Yeah. You have to experience it at least once in your comedy career.
Very good. Good. Thank you so much, Ariane, for joining us. This is Laughing in Different Languages. Is there something else that you would like to tell our audience?
Thank you, Laura, for inviting me. And follow Laura, follow me.
Thank you.
And bye.
Bye.